And we're live.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome.
Hey.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to session 2 of Bhenkar Brouhaha. I'm your Dungeon Master, Corvée, and I'm going to switch things up tonight by doing our announcements before we introduce the players, because last time I may have forgotten to have some of them describe their characters. So, we're going to do our announcements first, and then they're going to have a chance to reintroduce themselves and their characters to you before we get ready to play. First things first, our sponsor for tonight is Canadian Dice. Go to canadiandice.ca and use the code THEVOCTAIR, all one word, at the checkout for 10% off your order. Maggie's pick of the week are the Rainbow D6s.
What if you have like a spell that requires a lot of d6 and you're like, wow, this roll isn't gay enough. Why can't I cast gay fireball? So you have to go to your friends and they're like, they have like boring straight dice and you're like, but you could have it covered though instead.
There
It's
you
more
go.
powerful that way if they're all rainbow dice.
Fair. A good point. Don't think anyone can argue with that, especially in June.
Yeah, they can't argue with me. It's Pride Month.
It's Friday. So yeah, go to canadiandice.ca, type in THEVAKTARE, and get 10% off your order. Second, we are currently raising money for the Trevor Project, which is an organization, as most of you know, that helps LGBTQIA2S plus youth and provides 24/7 crisis support services now in Mexico as well as the United States. And you can donate by following the link that is pinned in the chat. You can also donate on their website. Next, check out our merch store at tinyurl.com/vacmerch. You can get excellent designs like Half Orc Energy and the Vac Blob. There's Pride merch up now, and any money raised from our Pride merch will be donated straight to the Trevor Project. So that's another way that you can not only donate to the Trevor Project, but you also get cool stuff out of it. Next on Wednesday, Affy and Artemis are going to be on Goodman Games at 9 p.m. for the Wasteland Saga. The guest this week is Tim from Stronghold D&D. Then Thursday night, we have DM Sophia's game, A Song of Crystal and Shadow. It's a Final Fantasy D&D game. I think it's based on Final Fantasy 14.
That's right, yeah.
Sweet. I know very little about Final Fantasy, but you could go check it out and learn. That's at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Thursday. On Friday, we don't have Fixious 5 because Affy and Artemis are recording with Storyteller's Tavern. There may be something else. Just keep an eye out on the socials for something to appear. Saturday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern is Together Among the Stars with Dungeon Daddy Rick, who is also here, and special guest Tim again. Check it out here on this channel. On Sunday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time is Legacy of Fire. And then, oh no, that's on DM Jeremy's channel. I'm sorry. And then on Monday, back here for Mistwalkers, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. I think that's everything. Pause for podcast. Great. And now we're going to take a moment to introduce ourselves. I've already said I'm DM Corvée/Emily. I'm just Corvée on most of the social medias that exist. I'm not on Twitter, so don't at me because I'm not there. And who else to go first? Oh. Guess what? You were last. Oh, okay.
Sorry, I was having troubles unmuting myself. Okay, hey everybody, I'm Alyssa, and I am playing... Oh god, I'm having a blanc mémoire. Anybody? Lucy. I'm sorry. It's been a day. I'm playing Lucretia, Bradement Fée tonight. They are a grave cleric, tiefling, and they generally live in a cemetery with a whole flock of tiny bats that they kind of tend to, and they love to bake, and they have some really interesting baking that people may be sampling tonight. We don't know. We'll see what happens, and what happens after they sample the baking at the end. Whoever's next, please go.
Next.
I'm playing you all tonight because I'm not actually Wisteria, I'm Maggie. But I'm going to be role-playing as Wisteria, who is a glamour bard changeling who really likes oysters and is also known as the throat goat. They are full of ingenuity and existential dread.
And oysters.
And they are at least like 20% oyster, which is
Very
fairly
That's a
high for
concerning
the average
amount.
person.
That's a concerning amount of oysters.
next. Who's going?
Sophia would be
order.
next in the
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
order.
fine, okay.
Fine. I'm Sophia. I go by Rockchick Sophia here on the Twitch and all my socials. And tonight I will be playing Vic Malleus, our human battlemaster fighter. He's an old soldier from another land, and yeah, he's kind of grumpy, and he's got especially good reason to be grumpy tonight. You'll see why.
Yep. All right, who's next in the roundup?
Me. I'm Kayla from the Potions and Potpourri podcast. You can find us at all the Potions and Potpourri socials now because Rick forced us to come to Twitter.
Oh,
Yeah.
So we're on that dumpster fire too if you're interested in that. I am playing. I'm playing Chestnut Citron. She is a shifter, College of Lore bard. I almost said glamour bard. That's not me. College of Lore bard, and she is the rainbow cinnamon roll of the goth party.
it's true.
Yeah.
Undeniable. All right, Rick, your turn.
Yeah. I'm Rick. I'm the game master for the Hammer of the Gods podcast. I stream here wherever you find the Ham Pod at. That's me, probably, on social media. And yeah, I'm playing Alaxon, who is a Dragonborn Echo Knight fighter.
Nice. All right.
Opposite of a cinnamon roll, whatever that is.
But he does have a sidekick who's a cinnamon roll.
Yeah. Very
Very
soggy.
squishy, very soggy cinnamon roll.
Does that mean we introduce Splauv separately?
Yeah,
let's be I'm a frog. It's just a frog. I'm here and I'm ready to fight. For sure. I'm not gonna be useless or dead at all.
Yeah, apprentices are not allowed to fight. At least not to the death.
Make sure you keep those second wins for Splauv.
Right. Save Sploth. Hashtag save
So
Sploth.
save our squawk.
All right. I'm going to do a little summary before we get started. Last time on Bhenkar Brouhaha, we met our 4 fabulous goths and their friend Rainbow Bright, and got a peek into their time in the capital city of Rest. Alaxon took up apothecary studies, Vic collected a fancy new shipment, and both of them spent time brooding in the bar at the Bleached Bone. Wisteria found the best oysters in Nastier and made new criminal contacts. Lucy did some exploring and found some lichen. Lots of the same lichen. Chestnut did some busking in the market and made sure to check in on the rest of the group because gods know they need someone to do that. The group gathered their things and headed back toward the village of Tanza, only to find themselves caught in a downpour typical of the rainy season. Making a stop in the village of Rinnikin, the party found an old colleague of Vic's there, with a large group of rough-and-ready mercenaries working their way through the countryside buying up land. Perceiving a threat, they sent Splouth ahead to warn their benefactor Claude of the ill intent. The next day, after arriving back themselves, the group went to sleep, setting a rotation of watches over the town. We ended just as they realized the village of Tanza was being attacked, and that's where we're going to pick back up. And it's also where I'm going to put you on a map.
I forgot we rolled initiative at the end of the last one.
We did.
Yes. If anyone needs a reminder on what their initiative is,
Please.
let me know. I have Alaxin is 21, Vic at 19, Lucretia at 10, Chestnut at 9, Wisteria at 8, and Splouth at 3.
The best boy.
I
Bless
mean,
his
it's
heart.
probably good that he's got a really...
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, if you can see the map, it's here. I already have the bandits on the map. But we're going to start out by placing all of you where you were when we left off. Alaxin and Wisteria were outside. I think Alaxin, I'm going to say your best vantage point would be somewhere out here in this like courtyard area, because you
Makes
can see
sense.
all the roads coming into town. So you'd probably be out there somewhere. And Wisteria, you could be prowling around. You could be off the map for all we know. Where do you think you would be?
I would be. I was sauntering off
Yes.
to go find a contact, I believe. So, let me zoom out. It's been a while.
The house at the building at the top of the garden is the bed and breakfast inn that Myrtle owns. And next to that, there's stables. And then
shit. I'm drawing. Help. I don't know what I drew.
Don't worry, I got you. And then the big building over to the right is Claude's house.
Okay.
Or the
So
front
this is
of
where we were
Claude's house.
staying over here.
Yes.
Okay, I'm just gonna be like sneaky breakying up the back.
Okay.
Wait, this is the entrance, right? So I'd be
That's
like
the entrance.
I'd be like sneaky breaky over here. Or yeah.
Okay.
You can't see me.
Hiding in the shrubbery. There's also a gazebo down bottom left.
Did you see the snail I drew on the other map?
I did.
It's a tradition from when I started playing D&D, the snail. Which is a good thing that we don't have that ability on Fantasy Grounds.
Okay, we've got you two kind of figured out general vicinity. If you need help placing tokens, let me know.
Yeah, I need help.
Okay. If you go in there, it should hopefully let you drag your token, but actually, if you click on your name, it'll open like a character sheet and go to, I think, bio and info, and you can drag the picture from there.
Fancy.
Hopefully it works.
That echo was just me, so I have to put because my setup, guys, I have the map on one screen, I have Discord on the other, and they're locked. So I have to, if you trying to tell me there's a tech problem, I have to read it on my phone. So I hear what you're saying, and well, I see what you're saying rather, and I am trying to.
Gotcha.
I am
I've only
trying
heard it
to fix
Maggie's
something,
spoken, so I'm not sure.
Yeah.
but I don't know where you want me to fix this.
What's wrong with me?
Oh, but now
think
it's
things
gone.
are echoing again, possibly.
No, I think it's good now.
Okay, so it still wouldn't let me, like, it would let me drag it, but then it wouldn't put me on the map.
Poop. Okay, hang on.
Help. Quit laughing at me, Kayla.
Okay, now you should be able to click on it and move it, hopefully. Can you see it? Pardon us. I should have done this beforehand, but I wanted the map to be a surprise. Can you move it?
Yeah. Nope.
Boop.
Wait, am I there? Is that me? Hey, that's me. Okay, I
Yeah.
did it. Yay.
Yay. Okay. And then I know Chestnut was somewhere in the inn with Splouth.
Yep.
There's 2 floors.
Where's the inn?
That's upper left.
Okay.
The kind of crooked building on the upper left.
So we're probably like up here somewhere, I would imagine.
There are 2 stories. Let me hide this.
Oh.
I mean, we had talked about me being on the roof, and then like,
Oh, that's true. So
where I could like knock on the
the
roof.
roof that's still visible is the porch. It's like, or the roof that's at the front of the dining area.
Like the awning.
Yeah. And then the second, so it's like at the bottom of the second floor, that roof that you can see.
So great for like the action movie slide.
Took me a second.
You got there. That's the important
I'm
thing.
going to move
Yeah, I got there.
out of the way so that I can see everything. I did put Splouth up here. Okay, hang on.
Yeah, so I'm on the bed with Slough.
Okay.
We're
Cool.
doing each other's. Well, I was doing his nails and his
Hair?
hair. Yeah.
Question mark? Okay.
We
Yeah,
haven't
Rick-
established that, doesn't own wigs. He might.
Mine.
Do you wear wigs?
And then there's 3 other rooms on the second floor because I think Vic and Lucy were like starting to go to sleep.
Yeah, Vic was on third.
Yeah, I think so too.
Vic was going to go on third watch, so yeah.
So there's rooms on the first and second level. Where do you think you would have chosen? I can show you the first level as well.
I probably would have chosen a second.
I would have chosen the first.
Okay. So I'm going to hide that for a second. Whoops, I did that wrong. Hold on. Oh, it's because I have it on the map. There's the first floor.
Nice.
So there's like a dining area, and then there's 2 rooms on the first floor, and 4 on the second. I did not mean
I'll
to
take
move
the
slow.
second floor one.
Okay. Which room would you like?
Okay, so what I'm seeing in that building there is the 2 on the second, is it?
This is the first floor at the moment.
The first, okay, that's the first floor. Okay, and then there's 4 on the second, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, I'll take a corner room wherever that falls on the second floor.
Yeah, what do you want there? Okay. So I need to be on the right layer. Corner room, you would be right by it's kind of hard to see, but this little pen mark up in the top center, that's where the stairs are.
Perfect. Okay, great. Thanks.
And Vic, you said you'd be on the first floor?
Yeah.
All right.
He has a heavy chest he has to lug around. He's not lugging it upstairs.
That's honestly a fair point. Just hide this for a second. Okay. In that case, maybe also the room closest to the dining area.
Yes.
Great. go. There's Vic. And be in here. Cool. All right. And let me just get things in order. Go. And we're ready, I think. Just those of you that are on the second floor, remember that you'll have to go down the stairs before you do the whole thing. Or out a window. Either one.
Yeah. The action that we saw.
And yeah, this is the roof I was talking about, Rick, if you wanted up there. Or you could be on the roof of Claude's house if you wanted. Roof of the gazebo. All of those are at about the same level. So
I mean, I would have been on the roof of the inn. That way, I could warn them.
gotcha.
Emily, how far away are the people that have come?
That's a good question. From the front door, they're about 80 feet.
Okay.
The closest ones are like 75, 80 feet. And just kind of to set the scene, Alaxon, as you've been out here keeping watch, you realize very quickly that there are people coming into town. They're not really being sneaky or stealthy. If they're trying to be, they failed. They come up the road walking with a sense of purpose, and it's the kind of thing where you can tell they have the confidence of someone that's done this kind of thing successfully many times before. And so there's like a cockiness to them. The group in front is heading for the inn. There's one about your height, two shorter figures nearby, and one behind them that seems to have a faint glow about them. A fifth figure, shrouded in a cloak, splits off and begins to walk up the path to Claude's house. And then behind that group, walking slowly, you see a silhouette of a stocky, muscular female in armor, very familiar as the person you saw speaking to Vic in the tavern. And next to her, you see a tall, slender frame with long, dark hair and long robes in white and silver that seem to glow in the darkness. On all of these figures, you also see the glint of their mirrored pins in the dim light of the stars and planetary rings overhead. Because you see them, I'm going to give you a chance before we jump into initiative to describe what you do, if anything, to alert anyone. And you get to go first anyway, so.
True. Yeah, I would definitely bang on the wall. Like Sploth would know, we've got like a code for danger that he always sleeps through his watch, so he's never done it, but he's heard it a few times. Thankfully, we've not been murdered in our sleep yet.
Very thankfully. Okay. So you bang on the wall, which means Chestnut would hear it as well.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna take off towards Claude's.
Cool. Go for it. If you can see on there, or if you need me to move you, let me know.
Which one was Claude's?
Claude's is the big house in the lower right. It's kind of taking over. And the roof did not just move. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a full dash and get as far as I can.
Cool. All right. Yeah, then I think you might even be able to get farther than that. If you're dashing as your action, or are you holding an action?
No, dashing as an action.
Then I'd say you can go further, I think.
Sometimes the grids are confusing.
Oh, sorry. I know it's kind of hard to see the grids on here.
Oh, no, they're fine. I'm bad.
Use the dots.
Yeah, there's dots in the corners because I drew it on dot
Let's
paper.
see.
The ones inside the second floor don't match,
Cool.
but that's it.
A little further.
Okay, great. After your turn, it is this person down here. You see this, like, you didn't see this person when you were in town before. The people that came into the tavern that when you were in there were kind of rough and tumble sorts, like you recall seeing the two shorter ones, dwarven folks. And I think you saw a human-looking person as well, along with Graft, obviously. They are toward the front of this group, but this person you have not seen, and they're going to walk ahead here and just kind of measuring out because you're the only person they could see. They are going to... Actually, they're going to reach over before they leave Graft's side and cast Enlarge on Graft.
Oh no.
So Graft gets big. I did not have a Genasi token. And then they're like casually walking toward you and they're looking right at you. But they think are going to, that's going to be it for the time being for their turn. And it is Vic's turn. You probably heard banging on the building. It's not like this place isn't super soundproof.
The question is,
It's a bed and breakfast.
the question is, would Vic know of Alexander's code? Probably not.
Probably not.
But would Vic have heard any other sounds apart from the bang bang bang?
You can start to hear like chatter outside. These people are not being quiet. They're like laughing and joking about whatever it is they're planning to do as they walk up the street.
Oh goody. In that case, Vic is going to go, well, because he was going to sleep, so he's not got his armor on. He's going to go to his chest. That's probably that little square next to the bed, honestly.
Yeah.
If that's not a table, that's his chest. And he's going to unlock it and get whatever's out of there and put it on.
Okay.
And I think donning armor is an action. I can't remember.
It depends on the kind of armor, but we'll say for the sake of this, yes.
Yes.
You're an experienced soldier. Things have... Plus, you kind of knew that something might happen tonight.
Yeah.
So it's not like you'd be sleeping super soundly.
And then he's going to start moving out. Could you switch it back to the first floor?
Yes.
Maybe, so I can do it accurately. I don't mess it up.
There you go.
There we go. Yeah, that's a good place for him to be. He'd probably get into the living room, right?
Yeah, you could get into the living room or try to climb out the window.
Yeah.
In full armor if you want.
I mean, worse things have happened. Yeah, time is of the essence. Let's try climbing out the window.
Let's say just make a dexterity check.
Dex, okay.
Just to make sure you don't get tripped up on the way out.
Dang it. Let me roll Dex on its own, you silly thing. I'm just gonna roll. Oh no.
Or acrobatics, if you're feeling particularly spry.
I mean,
What kind of armor do you have?
for his plate, he's in full
Yeah,
plate, so he has athletics, but that's more for running. No, I'm gonna do just regular dex, but I might have to do a +2. That's the dice thing. The D20. I'm learning this as well. D20. There we go. +2. And go dice roll. 10.
Okay. You get a little jumbled up, but you're able to squeeze yourself out the window.
You just see this old man coming out the freaking window.
It's making a lot of noise. They definitely know where you are.
That's fine. That's absolutely fine. That's my intent. And then he gets to move 30, doesn't he? So, unless the window counts for anything. So, okay.
You rolled high enough. Double digits works for me. If it was a single digit roll, I would have maybe cut off a little movement. If it was a 1, you'd only get half.
That was that. Yeah, there we go. It's gonna move. Oh, god dang it! I'm used to fancy ground. So there we go.
Roll
And
20.
Then, yeah. And actually, for Maggie's sake, Maggie, as you see Vic coming out with that armor he's wearing is like super shiny and has all kinds of sigils and stuff on it.
Ooh.
All
Also,
kinds of symbols.
you don't see Wisteria, by the way, because as Rick reminded me, I'm a changeling and I forgot that I could shapeshift.
That's fine.
You know, just the basic thing. Thank you, Rick. So right now you see a black tabaxi.
Okay, Vic sees a black tabaxi. The black tabaxi sees Vic in shiny armor. Got it.
Yeah.
I think you also rolled like a ridiculously high stealth check.
So maybe you don't see me.
If I recall.
You are the knight.
I am the knight, and I also have a cloak that can change forms. So it's even, I'm also wearing all black. So, like, that must mean I'm super fast and stealthy, right?
Totally.
I mean, are we all wearing all black except for me?
Normally,
Yeah,
Wisteria does
pretty
not
much.
wear all black, but
Black and red, you know.
I'm going to put this back.
This is
my
midnight
brain
black.
went like a bumblebee, Rick, to your thing. I'm like,
Dark
bumblebee, but not black.
I'm sorry.
Black.
I'm just reading the chat. I'm catching up because I was doing all sorts. Everyone's just bitching at
As
Vic
you
love
were
that.
for wrecking
flowers,
back flowers.
I love the metal pots and pans crashing into the zinnias. This is great. We know. We tried to rebalance the sound
I don't know
for some
why.
reason. I don't know. Okay. That's the end of Vic's turn, I assume.
Yep.
It's Graft's turn. Big old Graft. Let me just check something on this spell.
You could just not.
Okay. What? Why not? Why ever not?
I don't know. Reasons.
Okay. Graft is going to start. Actually, I think initially the only person Graft saw was Alaxon. But as we've discussed already, very loud armor noises just came out the window of the inn. So we're going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. And then we're going to dash. There we go. So Graft is gigantic and running at Vic.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
At this point, a whole lot of noise has happened. So Claude and Myrtle are getting up. think Myrtle's kind of staying back here with like a pan. Claude's running out.
You're not wrong, Cedar. Emily, just so you know, Duality has
What?
redeemed a random skill check against me.
Oh, random? Random?
Yeah.
Let's go just like a wisdom check or maybe an insight check on Graft here.
Cool, I will gladly take an insight check. And that is a dirty 20.
Okay. Um, there is a look of glee in Graft's face. You can tell they are all here with a very definitive purpose, and that purpose is to, at least for Graft, take you out first. Lucretia, it's your turn.
Okay, so can I see Graph from my window? Presumably I would have
Yes.
woken up after all the
you would
banging.
be yes, you would have heard at this
Okay.
point the pots and pans, everybody's awake. You know something's
Fantastic.
going on. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast Ray of Enfeeblement on Graft.
Okay.
Yep.
What
Do I
is
need
the...
to roll for that?
I believe
60 feet.
so. Okay, so
So
I
presumably
don't
he
know
must
if
be
it
within
will
range given how
reach.
fast he was moving. Really?
Not yet. They're
Okay.
still about 105 feet away from you.
Okay, if that's the case, then I will hop out of the window and take flight.
Okay.
head that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
That's
you can see
probably-
yourself, feel free to move yourself.
Okay. 1 second here.
And we'll say I didn't
Yeah,
draw
I
the
think I've
windows.
got-
They'd be like right
Okay,
next
and
to the beds.
there. So, where's okay?
You would
Where's
be up here.
Viking? Yeah, I
Oh.
grabbed my. Yeah, I'm heading out of there. I'm gonna
Vic
just put
is
myself here for right now.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So are you dashing?
Vic is over here.
Yes, this is Vic right here.
Yes. Okay, so yeah, I guess I'm heading as quickly as I can there. That's probably
Okay.
going to be my action, I'm guessing.
Let's see how close you are now. You can also hold on to a spell. You may lose it if you have to do something else and still lose the spell slot. But you're about 70 feet away now.
Oh, real? Oh, okay, that's yeah. How? That's probably as far as I can move in that action, though, right?
Yeah, it'd be like 30 feet. So to get out the window. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
about
so
it.
I might have actually gone too far then. Is that okay like that?
No, I think you're good.
Okay.
It's about 30 feet.
Okay,
Considering climbing out the window.
I'll just
and
hang
everything.
out.
All right.
Yeah, the spell is going to do with concentration, so I won't hold it because who knows what's
Okay.
happening next.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
In that case, Chestnut, it's your turn. You
Okay.
also just heard you heard a bang on the wall first, and then a very loud crashing sound.
Yeah.
And also probably the panic attack of Sploth waking
I was
up.
gonna say, I feel like Oth is probably freaking out.
You probably
Yeah.
also heard cursing in a Yorkshire accent.
True.
Yikes. So does Chestnut know if Sloth is gonna fight?
He looks.
Ready to go?
Hmm. Totally.
Okay.
Uh,
That's,
Definitely
that's,
talks a big game, so.
that's enough. Okay. So Chestnut is going to look out the window and then look at Sploth, and she's going to give him a big old smooch on the forehead and give him a bardic inspiration and say, be brave tonight, I'll see you later. And then she's going to run to the window, out the window. Let me see, let me do my math here. Out the window. That's 20. And then just down into these bushes over here.
Okay.
Just gonna drop into those bushes and hide.
Cool.
And that's it.
All right. Now it is the bandit's turn. This guy is going to move closer to the door and start trying to bust it down. And then we've got the female dwarf is starting to run. And she has, let me just make sure what weapon. Yeah, she'll need to get close. So she saw someone drop off the roof. I don't know that she would know where you are because it's dark. It's not super perceptive. This guy is going to start running this way. And I believe he's going to have to make an attack with disadvantage because his range ain't that far. Well, maybe. Oh no, he doesn't have to do it with disadvantage. Lucky me. Granted, his attack's not that great. That's an 8. Does that hit anyone? Does that hit Vic? Probably not.
Nope.
Definitely
Cool. That's his turn. This person is going to go. Whoops, I have the arrow on still. Let me just look and see.
Like close roll 20.
I have no idea.
Yes, you did.
Yes,
I
I
can't
don't
find
see.
it. Help.
Okay, that one is going to have to get closer. And this one is also going to start running this way. And get up with you, but that's their action. And we have Wisteria. It's your turn. You are currently hidden.
I am extremely hidden. Oh shit. Hold on, I just had to reopen it. Fuck. Okay. Oh, help.
Can you see it?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm just not used to it. Okay. Okay. So there's the big guy, and then. Okay. I am going to pull back. Oh, jeez. I had some. Okay, we're back. I am going to cast Dissonant Whispers
Okay.
on the one near my friend Alaxin.
Okay.
And so I will. The spell save DC for that one is Wisdom. And how do I see what my DC is?
It should be at the top of your spells tab.
13.
Okay. I'll roll this in there. Okay. 15?
So they pass.
Do they still take half, I
I
assume?
think they on a successful attack, the target takes half but doesn't move away.
Gotcha.
So I roll.
Go for it.
So half of 15. And it is psychic damage.
That's what?
So they hear whispered in their ears, you know, your parents never understood you and they never will.
As this happens, Alaxin, the person next to you who has like a faint white aura around them, they look like they're touched by the gods somehow. Asmar, let's be honest. And you look at this person and they're running up to you as fast as they can, getting ready to like whip out a scimitar. And all of a sudden they go like,
Perfect.
they're pretty hurt.
Yeah, because their
Already.
parents never understood them and never will. And I am going to then use my movement to I'm going to draw my I'm gonna draw my sword, my rapier, if you will, because that's a movement, right? To take out a weapon.
Nope, that's just
Oh, the free action in this.
free object interaction.
Okay, then I'm going to use my movement to stay where I am.
Great.
That's my turn.
It is Splouth's turn.
Go
Splouth is
Splouth.
going to jump out the window,
Boing.
stand
Oh
on
my
the
God.
roof, looking very unsure of himself.
You gotta sing the song of his people.
You see him take out a dagger, lick it, and then throw it at the female dwarf.
Why?
It's hardcore.
He's doing hot frog shit, okay?
The hot frog summer, as the memes have said,
Hot,
right?
hot frog on a tin roof.
Yeah, hot frog
Natural
on the
19.
roof.
Okay. He hits because he got a natural dice. So that's 3 sneak attack damage plus 5 poison damage.
Oh,
So
that was
that's-
a lick.
Wow.
Oh, he's spicy.
Hurts this dwarf real bad. Right in front of you, Chestnut, you see this female dwarf. She's got like this kind of battle rage look in her face, and all of a sudden she gets hit like right here with a dagger that has some like goopy stuff dripping off of it. And she's like,
It looks suspiciously like the drool that you've seen Sploth
she's like,
have when he's watching stuff.
and she's just like, ew, 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 pulls it out of her chest. And we're back to the top. Alaxon, it's your turn.
Cool. So I'm going to, as a bonus action, use my Manifest Echo, which, Alaxon
Yeah.
isn't totally aware of what's going on because this is a new thing for him. But, there's this person who's run up at me and then also the person who's going towards Claude's door. So he's just like split in his mind where he should go. And 15 feet away, he manifests his echo,
Okay.
kind of closer to the door.
Closer to the door. Let me find an appropriate something.
Okay. While you're doing that, I'm gonna make a great sword attack against this dude.
Okay. I don't know that I have a dragonborn. We'll do this one.
Does a 14 hit?
Yes, it does.
Love to hear that.
Okay, I'm gonna give you permission to control this token.
That is 7 damage.
Hey, okay. Feel free to move that wherever you wanted to have summoned it. 7 damage.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, roll.
Yeah, so you like summon this presence of this like shadow of yourself, and it's like if your metallic scales had like black underneath instead of this like pale deathliness to it, and in the spaces in between the scales you see little glints of like purpley blue something, and it's like as if you were dehydrated a little bit, and the muscles are really visible, and as it appears, you're kind of, what the? And then you're like, no, there's someone next to me. Slash into them, and they fall down next to you.
Just taking that second to like check myself out with abs.
Looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Kind of
yeah.
creepy.
Weirdly into it.
All right. It is
Taylor, you're muted.
the mage's turn. They are going to come up. Seeing more people kind of in this fight. They are going to cast a spell.
Also, I forgot I can still move my echo because I didn't
Oh,
move or anything, so I'm gonna
yeah. Go for it.
threaten.
Oh, great. Awesome. This person gets closer and sees more people out on the battlefield and is going to cast Magic Missile.
Love it.
So we've got, oops, I can get it to 1, 2, 3. So we're gonna have 1 magic missile at Alaxin, 1 at Vic, and 1 at Lucy. Just roll this. Ooh. So Alaxin, that's 5 damage.
Okay.
4 for Vic. And I said Lucy last. 2. 2 whole points of
Great.
damage.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's. They're trying to get rid of you. You're not going down as easily as they had hoped. Yeah, so that's that. Vic, your turn.
Excellent. Vic is going to move. Got to switch to select mode first. Over here. And thankfully, Vic has a whip, which means he has a 10-foot reach.
Excellent.
So he doesn't have to get up close and personal. He can just. So he is going to absolutely try and whip this git.
All right.
Whip it good.
With an 11.
Nope, just misses. Just misses.
Dang. Oh well. That's it for now then.
Kind of sweep this whip out, and they like jump over it and kind of look at you like, oh shoot, okay, you're not nobody. All right.
It's a fucking jump rope, you stupid twat.
Oh man. Vicky Anna Jones. Hey, you know what?
Hey, at least someone appreciates it, Kayla.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't think you're funny.
This is what happens when you're a battle master fighter. You can
Harsh.
do maneuvers from like long range.
Harsh. Okay, at this point, it is Graf's turn. Okay. Graft is going to... Still wants Vic. That's 30. Dang it. Can't quite get close enough to you to get into melee. But you see in her enlarged size, she like whips out a couple of hand axes that look familiar to you. Between these and the war pick on her back. Yeah, familiar weapons, familiar attitude. And she just rips back and flings it at you.
Kayla! Oh no, Donna! No! She just
Does
went.
an 18 hit?
No, it doesn't!
Oh,
Full plate!
Oh, suck it.
Yeah.
Hey, Donna. Sorry, I wasn't yelling at you, baby.
Oh.
So this very large hand axe, enlarged to fit the size of Graft, kind of clangs off your shoulder and embeds itself in the side of Myrtle's Inn. And she just kind of looks angry that it didn't seem to do anything to you.
You're gonna have to pay for that, right?
Claude is gonna try and look out the window to see what the heck is going on, sees people fighting, and is going to duck and see if he can take a shot at people. I can find the right thing, the one thing I forgot to pull up. Yeah, he's going to, you hear like glass break, and then a bolt shoots out, and that is at Graft, and that does hit. So, because obviously largest target, unfortunately the downside of being big, 7 points of damage. And we have Lucretia, your turn. You're up in the air, got hit with a magic missile.
Yep.
It
I'm
only
sure
hurt a
that
little.
shook me a bit. Just a bit. I've got a band-aid someplace. So I'm gonna fly as close as I can get to them. Am I going to be within range to do fungal envoy? It's 15 feet. Remember?
Yeah, I do remember.
Yeah.
You could get, let's see. You have 30 feet of movement?
Probably, yeah.
Or is it different when you're flying?
I don't know. I'm not sure if it says that on my character sheet or not.
If you were here, you would be close enough. If you moved up to this spot here, you could aim at either the big person or the little guy over here.
Okay, so if I get, and the big person is Graf, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So I'm going to do that, but will just getting there be my action, or will I also be able to cast that on arriving?
You'll be able to cast that on arriving.
Okay, so I'm gonna do that. So I pull powder out of the side of one of my many pockets on my dress, because dresses should have pockets. Just putting that out there.
Always.
And I blow it, and I whisper to her, "Ma grande fille, tu vas être la mienne. Tu feras exactement ce que je te dis."
Ooh.
Does
I don't know what that
she?
means, but it's cool.
It means, yeah.
That's just Sloth talking.
My mother was a saint.
Okay, hold on a second.
Okay, do you want what the save for that is?
Yes. Let me know what that is.
Okay, 1 second. So the save on that spell is 15 wisdom, I think. 1 second here. Yeah, it's 15 wisdom saving throw.
+0 and nothing to help with that. So let's just see. That's a 12. They fail.
Amazing. So they start to ooze black slime from all of their pores and orifices. And I guess they're mine next round. Excellent.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's hardcore.
Yep.
Oh, she's gonna be so mad if she wakes up from this.
And oozy is gonna be gross.
Yeah. It's true. Dang. Okay. Is that it for you?
That's I suspect that is it for me, yes, unless I have some kind of bonus action that I'm unaware of.
I don't know. Chestnut, it's your turn.
Great. Chestnut's still in the bushes. She's going to use her bonus action to shift So she
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
like rolls her shoulders up, and these little like spikes come out of her back, and her nose elongates a little bit to look more like a hedgehog. And her hair like kind of stands back like straight as part of the spikes. And she has 4 temporary hit points. Yay!
Yay!
And then she is going to look at the Dwarven person in front of her and cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter. So she points at her and she just whispers under her breath, "You're a butt." And she has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh,
Well,
there's...
She laughs regardless, but the wisdom saving throw is to see if she falls prone. So she just starts laughing uncontrollably.
That's a 13.
Ooh, that's my... Yeah, that's the save.
Oh, dang. Okay. Well, she's laughing.
Laughing
And she doesn't know why.
It's the best
She looks
medicine.
She looks ridiculous.
She's got, like, a gaping wound now that she, like, pulled the knife out. And she sounds really weird laughing because it kind of was at, like, the base of her throat, and she's got, like, weird frog poison happening to her.
She's not having a good time, but
She's
it
like,
seems like she is.
That's a terrible laugh.
And I'll
yeah.
actually run out of the bushes too. So after I do
Okay.
that, I'll come engage her.
Ah,
Right up in
okay,
her
great.
face. Yep. And that's it.
All right. It's their turn. Oh boy. Okay. This, well, she's gonna try and get you. She's pretty hurt, but we'll see what happens. That's a 12 to hit. Does that hit?
Oh, actually, I think it does. My armor class is 12.
Is it really?
Fuck, yes.
No. Okay.
You need like a really big T-shirt or something to make it a 13.
Yeah, I know. I need an extra layer.
Really big T-shirt. Does it change at all when you shift or no?
No, I just get temporary hit points.
Okay. Well, you still have one of them because there's only 3 slashing damage.
Oh, good. Actually, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay. This person that you, Vic tried to whip is going to get up in your face and try to hit. Where's my tab? I have too many tabs open. That's not gonna hit. It's an 8.
No.
Pathetic. This guy is gonna come this way. And he's mad at the little frog who threw a knife at his sister. So he's gonna try to shoot I hope this goes poorly for the sake of Splouth. Okay. It doesn't hit. It's only a 7. Splouth's AC is the same as Chestnut. A big old 12. Let's see.
Ouch. That hurts on a personal level.
And let's see. 1, 2, 3. That one's dead. This one's gonna try to hit the Echo. I don't remember how this works because it's been a while since I've interacted with an Echo Knight.
It's got, I think, the same AC as me.
Okay.
And 1 hit point. Oh, it has 16 AC, sorry.
Well, that's a natural 1, so that's a 4 total. I'm assuming that doesn't hit. I rolled just as poorly as a DM. Y'all are lucky. Cool. It's Wisteria's turn.
All right. Nobody's dying yet of our friends. It looks like. Right? From what I've heard.
Right?
Yeah.
From what you can tell.
Yeah, from what I can tell, nobody's dead yet. So I am going to... Where is the... I'm not used to having all these things up. Okay. We are going to try to...
If it's easier to use your app for your character sheet
Well,
purposes,
I
go
have
for
the thing of D&D Beyond up.
Okay.
It's just that, like, they're separate, and I have small brain. So I'm going to try to hit the person fighting with Vic with...
Okay.
I'm just going to try to dissonant whisper... Not dissonant whisper. I'm going to try to vicious mockery them.
Okay.
Is it supposed to be a D4 psychic?
Yes.
And I tell them, you're gonna die just like the rest of your friends.
Terrifying. That's a wisdom save, right?
So wisdom save DC 13.
That's 7.
Okay, so they have disadvantage on their next attack. Let me just pull that up.
Okay. And how
Yeah,
many?
they have a disadvantage on their next attack roll before it's the end of their next turn.
Okay.
So yeah, they hear that chilling little phrase.
Okay.
I'm still at tabaxi though because it takes a full action to shift. So like, I don't want to use that action yet.
How much damage was that? You said
It was
1d4?
2 whole psychic damage.
2 whole psychic damage.
So I don't
Okay.
think
Hey,
anything else gets added to that, unfortunately. So
That's okay.
I'm still kind of hugging the building because I know that I don't look like myself. I look like myself, but more furry in a different outfit, taller, all these different things.
What more than one bandit has been taken down by a vicious mockery, so I mean,
There's nothing more goth
anything's possible.
than
That's
being
true.
a black cat and hiding, right?
Sure.
That checks out.
Yeah.
All right. It is
I'm going
Blouth's
to use
turn.
my movement again to not move.
Great. Perfect. Blouth now had someone trying to attack him. He's got a short bow, so he's going to try to use that.
Yeah, he's so grounded after this.
Oh my gosh, he actually does it. Well, a cool bard told him to be brave, so he's trying. He actually hits just barely with a 12. And does... Oh my gosh. Okay. Hee-haw sneak attack. Takes down the dwarven man.
Fuck yeah.
And the woman next to you, Chestnut, is like... sees this happen and says, "Lawful!" And she turns back to you and she's furious. And it's Alaxon's turn.
Remind me not to piss off that wee froggy.
That was scary.
Yeah, hearing somebody talk about the frog, I'm gonna glance back over my shoulder and just be like, "Go to bed, Sloth."
He's just gonna be like,
He's the only one that's killed anybody, and we're sending him to bed.
That's not true. I killed somebody.
"No, you killed somebody."
Yeah. Get it right.
Y'all are getting close though on some of these. Don't worry.
Yeah. So I'm going to use my Manifest Echo to teleport to where my Echo is. We just switch places. And then I'm going to attack the dude at the door.
Okay.
I am using my Moon Touch Greatsword, which I don't know what it would actually be because there's no moon, but that's a 10.
Star Touch greatsword.
Yeah. I
It's
assume
from
it's
another land. That misses. Sadly.
That's what I get for using the D&D Beyond dice and not my Canadian dice.
Yeah, if anyone wants to use real dice, feel free.
Hey,
I just
Where could you get Canadian dice, though? If you want
Go
to
to
have
CanadianDice.ca and type in the Voctaire for 10% off.
the code.
It's in the chat.
See, we're good at our jobs.
Wink for emphasis. Great. Is there anything else you wanted to do?
Let me double check. So now I don't remember what else it can do. No. I think that's it.
Gotcha. The mage is getting annoyed at all of this. Going to kind of come out here. Let's see. And is 100 feet. Where were they before? Kind of over here. Yeah. Let's see. It's 5 feet wide.
Oh no.
So I think I don't know that they see Wisteria still. So they're gonna shoot through their guy to get Vic. And I need a dexterity saving throw from you and this person who can't even see it coming.
Cock. Okay, let's have a look. Nope!
Okay, so
That was a
I think
2
there's-
plus a 2. That's a 4. No.
Okay. Swear me.
Oh, wait. I'm going to use my inspiration that I have on my sheet. No. Stop that. I'm going to try that again. And this time was a 15.
Okay, that saves, which is probably good. Because this is a 3rd level spell. They're clearly pretty powerful. That's 27 damage halved to math 13,
No math in my funny game.
which means this person is dead. Killed one of his own people to get to you.
Okay, I need to check something. I'm fine. I'm still up. I'm just checking my actions. Okay.
And you just see it's like, it's not the yellow lightning or the orange lightning that you see in like cartoons. It's not even blue lightning. It's like pure white bolt of lightning comes crackling straight through. And you feel it hit your metal armor first, Vic, and like you see it hit the person in front of you, and then it comes like conducts through your armor, and you're just kind of like jolted for a bit. But you manage to kind of like dodge out of the worst part of it.
Vic looks a little bit roasted. Just a little.
And the inn behind you still sets on fire. Because I believe that's part of that spell. Yeah, lightning ignites flammable objects in the area, so the garden and the inn are on fire.
Oh no.
And it's Vic's turn.
Gonna be some roasted frog legs too. Oh no.
I will fight you, Maggie.
Sending him to bed might not have been the best idea.
No.
So if anybody has great water.
I'm going to get all up in this one's business.
Mhm.
And it's like, so movement, action. First off, it's going to be like, I'm still standing, you fucking wee pansy. I'm going more Scottish than Yorkie, but whatever.
Hey, you do what you gotta do, right?
Okay, we are going to try this fun thing. That is a 15 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. Why did it not do that?
Turns out mages, not a lot of armor.
Cool. So at this point, I'm going to add one of these because it was a trip attack. So that is a grand total of 5 points of damage. What? Hang on.
Superiority die you add to the damage.
Yeah, so it's 7 points of damage total. And you need to make a DC 13 strength check to stay standing.
Nope. That's a 7.
So
they are prone.
they are prone. And
And they took how much damage?
7.
7 damage.
2 from the superiority and 5 from the whip proper.
Okay.
And then as my bonus action, I am absolutely going to freaking second wind. So that's D10 plus 3. So second wind. I should have that as an ability really, but I will program that some other time. D10 plus 3.
God, fighters are so cool.
That's 10 hit points back. And that is the end of my turn.
Alright.
Emily, I do love the fire on the building. It's a
I
nice
mean,
touch.
you gotta use these when you got them. Okay. It's Graf's turn. I'm gonna say,
1 sec.
let's see. She is gonna try and get away from Lucy, so you can make an attack of opportunity, because she wants to get Vic. Oh, and
But isn't she still under my control though?
oh, that's right.
Because of fungal envoy, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
You're right. So,
yep.
what would you like her to do? She has
right, so
another hand
is
axe
the Red
and
Knight-
a war pick.
okay. The Red Knight that's off to
That
right?
is,
Yeah?
that's
That's not one of
Alexa's
us,
echo.
right?
Yeah, that's the echo.
Oh, okay. Very good. Okay. Is she within range this turn of whoever Vic is fighting? If she were to run there, or is that too far?
Oh yeah, totally.
It's too far.
No,
Or she's
she can
totally
get there.
within range.
She's totally within
Okay, so I would say coming at that character swinging with the axe.
Okay. She gets advantage because they are prone.
Great.
Hand axe or war pick?
War pick. Let's go. Yeah.
Hey, I tried to make this tough. You know, it's a 23 to hit. Which definitely hits. For 6 damage. They have to make another con save to see if they hold on to the enlarge. Oh, plus a d4. They do hold on to that, but let's see a d4 because they're enlarged. So it's another 1 damage. Okay. Yeah, she's attacking basically her boss.
Great.
So that's her turn. Claude, I think, seeing that you guys seem to have it under control, goes back to check on Myrtle. Lucretia, it's your turn.
Okay. Who am I within range of right now? I'm having trouble figuring this map out. Okay. Am I able to see her? How rough condition is the person on the ground?
Look hurt. Not
Okay.
as hurt as the minions have been looking.
Okay, then in that case, I am 1 second here. I'm gonna go with inflict wounds.
Okay.
Oh, actually, can I get within touching range of that?
Yeah, for sure.
Yep. Okay. So
And
I'm
you
gonna
have
fly
advantage
down.
because they're prone.
Perfect. And I'm going to cast inflict wounds. So that's 4d10 damage,
Jeez.
I think, according to the spell. Yeah.
It depends on what
It-
level you cast it at, but I think
Okay.
it sounds right.
Yeah, it says first level necromancy here. I don't know. Presumably that's what I'm casting it at.
Yeah.
Is there any way to check that aside from what it's saying here right now?
Let's see. For inflict wounds,
Yep.
first level.
Yep.
Yeah, 3d10, and then if you do it at a second level, it'd be 4d10.
Okay, so let's do it at a. No, I'll keep the first because 3 is probably gonna be good.
But roll to hit first, with
Okay.
advantage.
Okay.
It's 2d20s plus your spell attack.
Okay, 1 second. Okay, so I got a 15 and a 4, plus my spell attack. I think, yeah, the spell attack's a +7, so that would bring me up to a 21 on the. Do I take the highest of those two or the lowest?
Highest.
With the 2d20s. Highest, okay, so with the 15 it would be 22?
Yes. That hits.
Yes. Okay. So I got 6 plus. Oh, it's okay here. 6 plus 9 is 15, plus 2 is 17.
Ooh, now they are looking pretty hurt. Pretty hurt.
Perfect.
Yeah. Okay.
And I think that's it for me.
Chestnut, it's your turn.
Great.
I did see, I think you can choose which version of shifting you're doing. So you could be, because I saw us talking about it. If you, depending on which one you choose, it adds different bonuses in addition to your temporary hit points.
Interesting. Okay, I'll have to look at that later. That's
Okay.
confusing still. But yeah, cool. So I can see Vic pretty clearly right now, so I shall give him another bardic inspiration from me.
Nice.
Say,
That's
I really
a d6, right?
Yep, I really like the whip, Vic. It's looking good. Keep it going. And then I am going to attack the dwarven woman in front of me with my fancy rapier.
Okay.
Fuck. For a 7.
That misses.
Yeah, that's embarrassing for Chestnut. She studied really hard in Bard College to learn swordplay and got herself a fancy sword, and yeah, that doesn't feel very good.
She tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it didn't even matter.
Didn't even matter. Yeah, exactly.
You see, she's got this like really well made, like thick leather armor on, and it slashes the leather, and she's just like even more angry. And it's her turn next. So
I need
if
some
you're
of
if you're done, she's going to try to hit you with a 17.
Definitely hits.
So that's 3 slashing damage on you.
Okay.
I think everybody else is dead. All the bandits.
Good.
Just the bosses are left. So it's Wisteria's turn.
So, since Vic isn't feeling very good, Wisteria is going to cast Healing Word on him. Please,
Okay.
please cast it. Please, please. Is it
Oh, are you doing first level, second level?
first?
Okay.
I want it. I'm pressing the button. Help. How? Wyatt.
Is it not rolling?
Is it rolling now? It said spell cast at first level. But I don't see it coming up in the dice roller.
Mine wasn't working either, Meg.
Okay, so do you want me to just roll a d4?
I don't see it. Yeah, you can just use whatever you have available.
All my dice are
Regular
upstairs
dice.
except for some d6, which is not the dice I need, unfortunately. If only I had some Canadian dice with me right now.
If only.
Yeah, I
CanadianDice.ca.
use the code the Vector. I rolled a 3, and then so that was a bonus action, and then for my action, I'm going to use a cantrip.
Okay.
So that I can trip up the competition. So on the
Great.
big one, I am going to use Vicious Mockery.
Okay. Now, she is currently under control from Lucretia.
Never mind then.
Which
I'll use it on one of the bosses.
Move you over here.
I'll use it on one of the bosses then.
That's...
How far is... It's... Where are the bosses?
There is... So, Graft is one of the bosses, but they are under control from
Okay,
Lucretia.
who else? Is it this one?
There's a mage right here that's on the ground. That is the Echo Knight.
Oh, okay.
That's the Echo from
That was
Alexa.
That was the wrong token as well.
Oh,
by the
there
way.
is this guy.
That was Lucretia, not Wisteria.
No, I know. The Lucretia moved over there.
Oh,
last turn.
so we're
how
executing
many
HP then.
feet?
I
Can I
forgot
do
this guy was there.
How many
Okay.
feet?
There is one person over here that's fighting with Laxon also.
So I can do it at 60 feet. So I need to move slightly. I actually have to use my move action to
Doesn't
move.
hit.
So I need to move about 25 feet.
Okay.
So I'll move into the road. Don't mind me, your friendly neighborhood tabaxi. Do I hear any movement or see anything going on from the Splothmobile over here in the building?
He's beginning to turn around to go back inside because he just got yelled at.
I shout, Sploth, no! Not in the fire! Get out of the fire! Get out of the fire! It's like that mod from World of Warcraft that you could install that would let you know when you're in an AoE attack.
He
I'm
looks
not
at
sure if there's a
you.
Final Fantasy 14 equivalent, but it was a good mod.
He looks at you and sees a giant cat person, which people don't see around here because they only exist on like a single island in the middle of the ocean.
You don't. They also don't see them because they're really sneaky.
I mean, that's true, but you did move out into the middle of the street and yell at him.
Yeah.
Which is
So
the
he
best
looks
way to
very. I mean, that's true. He looks very confused, but
I'm sure-
also he's like now seeing the fire, not sure what to do.
He's
so he
all-
just kind of stands there.
He's on fire. What is your like?
Well, it's not near him.
Oh, okay.
It's
Sloth,
okay.
out of the fire. Sloth, you're gonna burn, and not in the good way.
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
No, I used up all my actions and stuff.
What's the good way to burn in a fire?
Disco Inferno!
Asking for
Fire
a
in the
friend.
disco! Fire in the disco!
Flouth, in the interest of being obedient, but also moving away from the fire, is going to just stand back here up against the building and just not do anything because he got yelled at. The bandit that I forgot about tried to hit Alaxon and only got a 4. It's Alaxon's turn.
All right, cool. I'm gonna try and kill this person
All right,
with Canadian dice.
do it.
That's much better. That is 16.
That hits.
Sweet.
At least the dice will be nice to you. Canadian dice. Not always
That's
nice
CA.
to me.
That is 10 damage.
but they are pretty. Oh, shoot. 10 damage. Okay. Looks extremely hurt. But
Fantastic.
still standing.
I think, unconsciously, I'm going to move my shadow towards me.
Okay.
Oh, my dog kicks me in the armpit.
It's the mage's turn. They're going to stand up. They just got hit by their person. They have, let's see. What is their best bet? They're going to drop enlarge because, ouch. So graft shrinks, and they are going to take an action to disengage, and take a bonus action to healing word themselves. Because bad guys can heal.
That seems illegal.
No, it's not.
Damn disengaging bad guys.
So they heal 9 points. Puts them back there. And it's Vic's turn.
I'm pretty sure I can get back in range. No problem. Yeah. Now here's the $1 million question. Would Vic go after the mage, or would he decide to take down his old comrade because? But then if I hit it, breaks it. If I hit it, it breaks the control, doesn't it?
I believe it gives them advantage on their next saving throw. Which, how often do they get to do that? Is it the end of a turn?
Yeah, so basically it's 1 second here. Become charmed for the duration. While the target is charmed in this way. No, hold on. The charmed target takes their turn on their initiative count and is considered an ally. They use any actions they normally have against your other enemy. If you don't use your bonus action to give them a command on subsequent turns, they take the dodge action. And at the end of their turn, or if they take damage from you or another ally, the target can make another wisdom saving throw to shrug off the effect. On a success, the spell ends.
No, they failed on the last one too. Okay. They're still charmed.
Okay.
You can tell because they don't have the same. She doesn't have the same kind of murderous look in her eyes that you would have been used to from the good old days back home.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna look at Lucy, and then back at Chestnut and be like, "Go up, Chessie. I'll deal with the other finger wiggler." and Vic moves to moves back into range, and is going to attempt the trippy trip again. So let's see if that hits. That is a dirty 20.
Yep, that hits.
Superiority.
I think even with. Yeah, no.
That's a grand total of 12 damage and a DC 13 strength check.
They are looking hurt. They did, however, get a nat 20 on their strength save, so they for a 19.
Okay.
Because they ain't strong, but they managed to stay up this time. Just kind of having seen it coming from the last time, they're still really hurt, but.
In that case, I would like to action surge.
Fighters. I've got 2 fighters and 2 bards and a
Yeah.
cleric. A grave cleric of all things. I'm never going to be
Nothing could go wrong.
kill any of you.
And they have
It's all
squaw. They have
fine.
squaw. Don't forget
All
squaw.
fine.
But I'm relatively
It's
sure.
fine.
Oh wait, I have bardic inspiration. Can I use that whenever or just on my next?
You do. You can use it whenever in the next 10 minutes after you get bardic.
Is it D4?
D6, I believe.
6. Well, so I'm assuming a 10 doesn't hit right now.
Right.
So that was a +5.
Okay, that hits. Even with their mage armor, that hits.
Yep. And then it's just regular. Do I want to burn a superiority dice for luck? No. I'll play it safe. Ignore that superiority dice.
So 4.
Yeah, that's 4.
Okay.
I forgot to turn off the damage modifier.
They're looking really hurt. It is Graft's turn. What would you like Graft to do?
I don't think I can get Graf to do anything at this turn because I did not use a bonus action to give them instructions last turn.
Okay, so she'll
So
just take the dodge
I think
action.
she'll just take the dodge action for now.
Okay,
Yeah.
she's dodging. Claude and Myrtle are fine in there. And Lucy, it's your turn.
Yes. So I think I'm going to try to take Graf out.
Okay.
Just a second here. I'm going to cast Guiding Bolts.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have to make a ranged spell attack, and on a hit it's 4d6.
Okay.
Okay. 18 plus 7.
That hits.
5. Yeah. Okay, so 4d6 it is. Sweet. I also have my Canadian dice, just saying. Let's see here.
Also, donate to the Trevor Project.
Yes.
It's almost like
Finger
we're
guns.
sponsored or something by Canadian Dice.
Almost.
Almost.
And if you donate to the
Yeah.
Trevor,
Okay.
if you donate to the Trevor Project, you get put into the draw for some Canadian dice.
That's true.
I
That's
won
true.
them on Monday.
Nice.
I also want some.
I also want to.
So that was a total of 14.
What was it?
14.
14? Okay.
Yeah.
They are glowing now. And starting to look.
Ma chère, je vais te faire
Hurt.
mal.
And I believe they get to make a wisdom save again because they took damage.
Yep, they do.
What's the DC?
15. Wisdom.
15?
Yeah.
Natural 1. Natural 1. Cool.
They're still dripping ooze. Excellent.
My dice rolls, ladies and gentlemen, and non-binary friends are truly horrible.
What about
Every
non-binary enemies?
You know? Good point. Don't want to discriminate.
Questions that
Non-binary
need to
enemies.
be asked.
Okay. Chestnut, it's your turn.
Great.
Can't believe they still didn't save.
Okay. Who is this? Well, let me click. Oh wait, hold on. This. No. The red token with like the staff.
That
That's
is
it.
the echo.
Ah. Okay. Great.
I'll have to make a duplicate one of yours that's like
Um.
on colors. Different colors.
The sun is fucking me up right now. So I am going to at least try to cast Phantasmal Force on the Dwarven woman in front of me. She needs to make a
Okay.
intelligence saving throw of 13.
6.
Sick. So I create a an image of a giant version of Sploth on fire, like next to us in front of the end because the end's on fire.
Okay.
And she believes that to be true. And
Yep.
because it's fire, at the, let's see, each round on my turn, I can deal 1d6 psychic damage to her.
All right. Go
Because
ahead and
she
roll a
believes
d6.
that he's on fire. I shall.
She starts to look really kind of freaked out as
It's just a
this
one.
this giant flaming frog in more ways than one climbs down from the roof and swipes at her, and you can see her flinch, looking at the empty space next to her.
Yep. And so for now on, she believes it to be real,
Yeah.
basically.
I
and
mean,
then Chestnut
building's
is also
on fire?
Yep. Chestnut is going to run now back towards the end, towards Sploth. And she's like calling out to Sploth, "Don't go in there. Where are you going? Come back."
And I think if they're under Phantasmal Force, they can't do like reactions or anything.
That's a good question. There's a lot of stuff here.
Or maybe with disadvantage. I can look it up. If need be.
Treats it as it's real, rationalizes any illogical outcomes from interacting with it. It's so convinced that it can even take damage. I think that's it. It doesn't say anything about not being able to do normal actions.
Okay.
Yeah. It just believes it's real and can take damage from it.
Okay. She'll try to swipe at you even though she's freaked out. Because you stepped away. But that's only a 7. Because I can't roll.
I love it.
Now, D&D Beyond, your dice are supposed to be cool because they're on a physics engine, and I thought that was impressive until it turns out physics also hates me. So please, please fix your dice so that I can do something. Okay, cool. Yeah, she completely misses with a 7. It is the bandit's turn. Is she afraid? I think she's going to try to attack Flaming Sploth. So, takes her scimitar, swipes it down. Nothing happens. She's now starting to believe that Sploth is made of fire, and she cannot physically hurt him. And the other guy is going to try to stabby stab Alaxon.
You can try.
You can certainly try. Dirty 20?
Yeah, no, that'll hit. That'll do it.
Oh my god. I hit something, folks. That's 5 slashing damage.
Yikes. It's not fun.
And it's Wisteria's turn.
Okay, so I am going to use my movement action to move.
Okay.
So, fuck. Okay, I'm gonna come down like this way, so that I'm like between my friends, so I can eventually heal one of them, and I'm not just directly next to the crazy lady.
Okay.
So wait 1 second. Fuck. And then on my turn, I am going to use another one of my first level spells. Who looks hurt worse, Vic or Alaxian?
Vic is
Nobody
looking
else is
pretty.
that bad yet, I think.
Sophia, you're muted.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm muted. Vic is looking pretty healthy actually. Combined with, he got a second wind, and you also healed him, and he's
Nobody else looks horrible right now.
I mean, Alaxon always looks like shit because he's dead.
Yeah. Okay, I'll heal him a little.
But he's got abs, so it's fine.
He does have abs
The
now.
shadow has abs.
Oh yeah, look who's in the chat. Our sponsor.
Hey.
Hello, our sponsor. Canadian dice. Okay.
I'm
Oh,
rolling
it worked
terribly
this
because I'm
time.
not using your dice.
Oh, I forgot that I have a +3 to healing, so Sophie, you can add a +3 to
There you
your
go.
health from last time. And Rick, you now have 7 more HPs.
Excellent.
And then
almost
I'm
all
going to
HP.
also use a cantrip for my action on the bandit. And I'm going
This
to
one?
say, you're gonna burn, and not in the good way, but the really, really, really bad one.
Is that a wisdom save?
Yes. 13 to pass.
Okay. They get a +0. It's another natural one.
Yes, so they have disadvantage on their next attack, and they take 3 damage of psychic.
They don't have disadvantage on their next attack because they only had 1 hit point left. So
Well, they
he's
had disadvantage when they go to
make
burn.
death saves. There you go.
Yeah, in
Um,
the afterlife, they have disadvantage. for
Shadow
anger.
Realm.
It's
Oh,
Splouth's turn. Oh, what is he gonna do?
what is he
The
going
wrong
to do?
thing. The wrong thing.
I
He's
think, like,
Remember that he's inspired too if he needs it. I
true.
guess.
You know what? Let's just see. Let's just see. D6. That's a dirty 20 on a wisdom check. He's going to run into the kitchen of the inn and grab a bucket of water. And start. Oops. Token layer, Emily. And he's going to start running towards fire to try to put it out. So he's going to take his whole movement action, bonus action, all that jazz, to get a bucket of water to try and put out the fire. Alexin, your turn.
Okay. So there's still one person fighting with Vic, right?
Yes. So the mage is fighting with Vic. The person that knew Vic, Graft, she is still, it looks like she's like zoned out, but she's still there. There's a bandit over here as well.
Okay. Let's see. See if I can do this. Yeah, I can make it there. I'm gonna dash
Okay.
over here. And I'm gonna move my echo as well. And I believe I can possibly do a bonus action, I think. No? Just kidding.
You could
can't.
action surge.
Yeah. We're still early in the night.
True. Okay.
No, I think I'm good.
The mage. Okay, we're gonna flip a coin here. On a 1, they're going to attack Vic. On a 2, they're gonna attack Alexa. That's a 2. As you're like both up close now, you see like this person has very tan skin. They're like clearly a high elf of some kind. Look middle aged, so they're probably a couple hundred years old, and they're wearing this like bright white kind of vestments almost with like silver trim, and there's like this swooping silver cloak with a very ornate large mirror pin on the front of them. And as they are starting to look kind of cornered, they are going to cast Inflict Wounds at a 3rd level on Alex.
Love it. Love to see it.
So, still have to roll the hit.
It is but a flesh wound for Laxon.
Does a 15 hit? I
It does
don't
not.
think it does.
Does not.
Wow, Emily. Rough.
Everything's failing. Someone enrage my enemies. What is with you people? Aren't you supposed to do stuff with your points? Come on.
Jeremy was offended by my gay frog son. Mostly that he's a frog.
Jeremy, you're supposed to be helping me as the DM here. Come on.
We support all frogs here. Even
That's
gay
right.
ones.
I have like.
Oh, it has
lots,
nothing to do with him
like,
being gay. It's just that
Especially
he's.
fly.
Here's one. Here's another one.
Posture check and a hydrate from Artemis. Also, I was going to say, yeah, Jeremy, you could absolutely be a chat god, like you called me last night, and
Not a sleeping bag where you sleep on a
start doing things.
All right.
I love the frogs, Maggie.
They absolutely
Yes,
failed.
An amazing collection.
They are in trouble. So they are going to try to run away from you both.
The maid, one of your enemies is enraged now, thanks to Artemis, not Jeremy.
Hey, thanks.
We would get opportunity attacks though.
You
correct?
would get opportunity attacks.
Excellent.
Wait,
Diablo.
did they disengage or just normal
No,
move?
they can't. They tried to cast a spell and it didn't work.
Oh yeah.
That's a 15 to hit.
That hits.
For some amount of damage.
That also hits.
9.
So I'm going to do mine. Assuming I trip them up. That is a grand total of 13 points of damage and a 13 strength check.
Please describe together how you kill this mage.
Well, so I think Olaxon would want to not do lethal damage because we would want to figure out what's going on here.
Yeah,
okay.
Vic's of the same mind. So Vic flicks the whip, goes for the ankle, yanks hard enough to kind of cause a pretty nasty impact, or hits hard enough to really mess up the leg. Gotcha. And just looks to Alexa and goes, all yours, mate.
All right. So they are prone and unconscious, non-lethally. Okay. That was their turn. It's Vic's turn.
Vic is going to go... Vic has told Lexan, hey, the mage is yours. I have something to deal with. And goes up to Graft.
Yeah.
And
Graft is just like staring straight ahead. She's just like calm, which is not what you're used to seeing at all.
And dripping ooze.
And just dripping ooze.
Does she count as helpless or anything like that because she's staring dead ahead? Or she took dodge, didn't she?
No, she took the dodge action, so you'd actually have disadvantage.
Right.
You would see, I will say this, she's wearing her same old chainmail armor. Familiar with it?
She's got one of the mirror pins on, right?
Yep. Hers is almost as ornate and not as big as the mage's.
Vic is going to attack.
Okay.
Because I'm genuinely trying to... Oh, I'm at disadvantage anyway, so I'm pretty sure that misses. Regardless.
That misses.
I will see what the other roll was, just in case it's a nat 1 or something. No, that was a 23. That would have hit if I wasn't disadvantaged.
Yeah.
And then if I'm permitted to say something real quick, I
Sure.
look at Lucy and say, "Get her to stand down."
Are we out of initiative?
Fair. I asked Vic if he wants her dead. Do you want me to kill her?
No, that's my job.
I can take care of it.
We do
Okay.
still have another person.
As you wish.
Like a whole other person?
Yeah.
The dwarven woman is still open.
Oh, yeah.
Are we out of initiative?
No.
Not
No.
yet. It is Lucy's turn. Because
Just like
Graft. Actually, let me do the wisdom save at the end of Graft's turn. Nope, that's an 11. It's Lucy's turn.
Okay, great. So I had been planning on casting Circle of Mortality on her, but I will not do that if we want her alive. Let's see here. And there's no one else within range of me right now, right?
There's a dwarven woman over
I'm
here
not-
if you have like a ranged something or other.
Okay, 1 second. Just have a see.
I will also say the dwarven
Sorry.
woman looks very bad.
Okay. I may try to do Bane then. But she's probably no. It'd have to be farther than 30 feet, right?
If the range is 30 feet, it'd have to be 30 feet or closer.
Yeah.
It
So
depends on what it is.
she is within 30 feet.
Yes,
Right.
she's about
Okay.
15
Yeah.
feet away from
So that should be fine. Okay, perfect. Okay, so I'm going to do Bane and
Oh, okay.
yeah, and that's gonna take them down for saving throws, basically. They
Okay.
don't make it.
Do they have
Yeah.
to make a saving throw for Bane?
Charisma 15, yeah.
Okay. Also
And
plus 0.
and-
shockingly enough.
The other thing, actually, this can target up to 3 creatures, so I'm gonna do that creature. Well, that creature, and also what is her name again?
Graft.
Graft.
The woman in front of me. Graft. Yeah, I'll do her as well, so that she's.
And who else did you say?
So the dwarf and Graft,
Okay.
because I think they're the only ones that are close enough to me to do this with.
Graft got a 6. The dwarf got a nat 20. For a total of 20.
Okay.
But she is baned.
Okay. Perfect.
What's a good bane symbol? I don't know. That's bane. There we go.
E.
Okay. Chestnut's your turn.
Okay, well, I am still concentrating on Phantasmal Force,
That's right.
so I'll roll some fiery frog damage for that.
Okay.
One again, damn it. Fuck you, D&D.
Chipping
Beyond.
away. Chipping away.
If only you
Um,
had Canadian dice.
I
She
know,
looks
I don't
very
have 'em-
bad.
I don't have them near me enough. Make it count. Okay, well, Chestnut
D&D
is.
Beyond screwing all of us tonight.
I know. We need a different sponsor. That has.
No,
good
we have a good sponsor.
Yes,
We have a
it
good
is. We have a
sponsor.
good sponsor.
You're right.
Okay.
I
Anything else?
Yeah, I realize I'm not helping in the fight, and so instead I would like to run inside the building and come try and help Sloth put out the fire and also make sure that he's safe in here.
Gotcha.
Since we're playing
Okay.
with fire.
I don't know that she would chase you in. She's starting to see, like, there's a fiery frog next to her. I think she's gonna try to run away. So she's gonna start booking it this way and do like a dash. I think all the other bandits are dead. Wisteria, your turn.
Okay, everybody that we want up is up.
I think so.
Okay. Shit. Okay. I'm gonna go. Who's closest to me that we want up?
There's Graft here, who's still under a spell.
Yeah.
And there's this dwarven woman here who you just saw start booking it. She's trying to get away.
Okay.
And then this person's unconscious.
I am going to use the spell Suggestion.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, hold on. I'm still getting used to this. Okay. Oh, wait. Do I want to use Suggestion or Command? I forget the difference.
Command is just 1 round. I don't know what level Suggestion is, but it's more powerful.
Suggestion takes up to 8 hours.
Oh.
Okay. So I'm going to suggest for them to, okay. And limited to a sentence or 2. I am going to suggest that they go prone. So I'm going to say, drop to the floor real low.
Which one?
The dwarf that's running away.
Okay, and that's a wisdom save?
Yeah, DC 13.
2!
Okay, so she is compelled to drop it down real low to the floor.
Alright, she's prone.
So to go prone, so she can't move.
And she can't move.
Yeah, and that is one action. So then I will mark that off because I figured out how to do that, but now I forgot how to manage spells. Spell slots, yes.
Yep, the little boxes.
Mm-hmm. And I am going to start walking over to her. Where is she on the thing?
Right here, by the gazebo.
I'm gonna walk 30 feet towards her.
Okay.
I'm gonna go behind Alexian, put him between me and the scary lady. just wave as I go by. I'm still a cat person.
Everyone's just like, who is that?
Wisteria has not elaborated, but they have helped you.
Yeah, Alexian's totally ignoring it.
Since Slouth is putting out fires, it is Alexian's turn.
All right. So I'm going to, I guess, probably do like medicine to stabilize this person and maybe get them conscious again.
Okay.
So I'm real good at that. 12.
Yeah, that would stabilize them, maybe wake them up. Roll like a d4.
Okay. That's a 1.
They have 1 hit point.
Perfect.
That's all you need.
Yeah. I don't know if this would count as like if that would count as an action or not, but if you'll allow it, I would like to try and intimidate them.
Yeah, I'll say you can intimidate them as you wake them up.
Okay. And I would like to, I'm not going to use my breath weapon, but I'm going to like have the lightning crackle as I'm talking to them. And I'm like, why are you here? What do you want with Claude?
They just kind of like, they look pretty bad. And it is their turn next. So I think they will say, let me see something. They're going to kind of look at you and just say, I don't know. What do you think this is? We just want the land.
Well, Axon's just gonna unleash his breath weapon and then move on.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it hits.
Yeah. Yeah, they're toast, quite literally. Do you... That's such a dark question. I'm not even gonna ask it, because it's so messed up. We'll say you have enough, presence of mind to not damage anything that might be important that you could search later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's very like narrowed down.
Yeah. At this point, we're gonna take a break. We're gonna be out of combat, and we'll come back to get some answers. But I want everyone to have a chance to go to the bathroom, grab a snack. So we'll be right back. Don't forget to donate to the Trevor Project. It's still June, and we don't have another session for this particular game in June. So do it now. Do it now. Donate to the Trevor Project, and we'll be back. We're gonna go on break.
And we're back.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Just picking up where we left off, we just finished a little bit of evening combat. A bunch of mercenaries that thought they were tough came back into the town of Tanza. Y'all were prepared. You didn't get surprised. And, not that they were trying to hide anyway, apparently. And managed to whittle these folks down to minimal to no hit points. And now most of them are dead. A couple of them still sticking around. One is under a charm effect, courtesy of Lucy. And that's where we'll pick back up.
Isn't that the only one who's still alive? Or
Oh, I guess the dwarf woman is under a suggestion from Wisteria.
That's right.
So they're both charmed. They're, yeah.
Stay down to the ground.
She's like laying on the ground, like, okay.
I have manacles in my bag actually because, you never know when you might need a good pair of manacles.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
How many pairs of manacles do I have with me right now?
Are they pink and fuzzy?
Yes, I have 5 pairs of manacles.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
So
One's leopard print.
This is what I get for giving y'all money at the beginning.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I'm gonna use everything.
Like, you
I
can
have.
buy whatever mundane thing you want. Great.
So I
Here's
throw a
manacles. Great.
pair of manacles over to Lucrezia to put on their thrall, and I go and put manacles on the other person.
Yeah.
And I also then actually I throw 2 pairs of manacles, and I put 1 pair of manacle on the hands, 1 pair on the ankles.
It's just like manacles all over the place.
I have 1 extra pair of manacles if somebody wants to wear them, but I would
Like
suggest-
manacle the hand manacles to the feet manacles on somebody.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
just one huge manacle chain.
Manacleception.
Never become a DM, folks.
So right, the moment
Cautionary tale.
the moment
Good
I
cautionary tale.
pulled out the whip, Kayla was like, "Oh, you're daddy, aren't you?" I was like, "Okay, fix daddy apparently."
Then around my
And now we got
person-
manacles.
All right. Got your dwarf and Earth Genasi tied up.
Uh-huh. As you do that, I'm painting and I say, you guys can start questioning, and I take out a bottle of ink and a pen, and I start painting my person's shoes with ink in case they get away.
Oh, the bottom of this.
So,
Yeah, and I say, oh wait, it's me, by the way, and I poof back to paint myself. You see
so-
my face kind of like... Have you seen, like, The Blob, the movie?
I mean, it's been a while.
Yeah, I'm just kind of, like, bubbling and melting back.
Just picture the vac blob.
The vac bomb, yes.
But
There
on
you go.
Wisteria.
On the
Yes,
on the
said
merch
that.
store.
Yeah.
That's right.
And then
It's the
I turn my cloak back into my cloak, and I'm like, surprise, bitches! It was me all along.
It was.
Could you have guessed?
Alexa does not even look. Does not even turn in your direction.
Okay.
So Vic is gonna, after Wisteria does Manacle Foo on Graft, Vic is gonna walk round to her front and kneel and pull out his old officer insignia from the old days. You remember this? Do you remember this, Graft?
Sure.
Is it's not Lucrezia? Is Wisteria still in earshot? Like close enough to hear what Vic is saying?
I probably am. Because I would have just put handcuffs on. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Wisteria's down south. Okay. You remember what I do to traitors in my unit, right?
She just kind of looks at you and says, I'm not afraid of you. Not anymore.
Oh, not anymore, are ya? Seems like you've forgotten some of the things we used to get up to in the old days. And how much fun it was.
Oh no, I remember. You're the one that forgot. Farmer. She like spits at your feet. But it's like dust because she's an earth genasi.
Yeah, spit rocks.
Clatter, clatter, clatter.
small gravel.
Yeah. So, I'm gonna give you an opportunity here, as you do, because it's you, to tell us what's going on and what's up with these mirror pins of yours. And it is a veiled threat. Like there is this definite undertone of, if you don't talk, I'm gonna execute you in front of everyone. Like Vic is not. Vic has twisted on a dime suddenly, like kind of just grumpy old man to very sinister, not take no shit kind of thing.
She just kind of looks at you and she says, I'd be happy to tell you what's going on. We of the unbroken glass, we're gonna take over this whole canyon. It's already started. We've taken out our little group, but there's more of us back in Rinnekin. There's more of us everywhere. And she just kind of like leans back a little bit, just kind of settles in.
The unbroken glass, eh? And Vic leans in and plucks off the mirror thing. That I see, unbroken glass. And are you lot just megalomaniacal, or is there a reason you lot are taking over farmland for some blasted reason?
I'll say make an intimidation check. You can have help from anyone, particular since she's tied up. Yeah, make an intimidation check.
think manacled up is the correct terminology here.
Yeah. As you do this, I make a deep growl, like a metal growl, like "Urgh," as I'm doing this to give you bardic inspiration. So that's an extra d6.
There you
Okay.
go.
As I'm also leaning into the dwarves' ears as I do that. You can tell as this is going on, Wisteria's having the time of their life.
Jeez.
Okay.
This is a family fun activity.
Compounding.
Really high insight check on craft. Let me tell you.
Yeah. So that's the intimidation. Then add a d6. That is a grand total of 17.
Okay. And the question was, is there a purpose to this, basically?
Yes.
Is there a reason they're buying up all this land?
Yeah.
Taking it.
Take it out. Yeah.
Take it. I think because she's in a compromising position here, but also because she's cocky and a little bit stupid, she's gonna say, this canyon, this whole immortal canyon, it used to be the domain of Quynnis. Our goal is to make sure that's not the case anymore. After all, it's the land here that determines the power, the authority. In these two nations, in the canyon, yeah, that's what we're after. And we're gonna get it too.
Quynnis will not let you do that. It won't happen. This land belongs to them, not you.
Yeah, well,
And I come closer with my sickle.
time will tell.
I think it will. You'll be sorry. Very sorry.
She just
Or
kind of
dead.
smiles.
Quynnis. Is that one of the gods? Or
Yeah.
deities?
It's my god. It is my god. And they own this land. It is theirs. This valley. You try to steal it, but you cannot.
I
Do
think
not even try.
anyone that has any kind of knowledge of religion, but especially Lucy, would know that, like, especially, so this part of Nastier collapsed after the God Wars, and when it did, it's basically thought that Quynnis blessed the land after the tragedy and made it so that it can grow anything. Because Quynnis is the deity of nature, of growth,
Cycles.
also decay, cycles,
Mm.
Oyster
contradiction. Mm,
Mm.
maybe.
Mm.
You said anything?
And what are you intended
What
to
makes
do? Sorry, go on, Lucy. Go on, Alyssa, you okay?
Oh, okay. What makes you think that you can take over the land so easily? I don't think you can. You tell me.
Already have been.
Otherwise. For now, maybe. But you see how easily we got rid of so many of you.
Yeah, well, next time there'll be more. Claude's
think
land
we
is
can
safe
deal
for
with them.
now. But all the other little villages around here, they're already gone to you, my friend. They're lost. We have them.
Lost how? Did you burn them?
No, we're using them.
Using them for what, though? What really can you do?
What do you think?
Tell me.
farmland.
Ah, so far I'm not very impressed, huh? You are dead. What do you really think you can do with this land? This immortal canyon that is not actually yours.
She just kind of looks around at all the bodies around.
Yes,
Just kinda
exactly.
stops.
Dead. So
Stops
dead.
talking.
You soon will be too. But please keep talking for now. You're still alive. Don't let me stop you.
I think she just clams up at that point. She's probably
Victor,
told you more
do you
than she
want to
should
talk
anyway.
to her now? I think she's ready for you, Victor. You should get that whip out again.
No. And there's a good reason for that.
So Alaxon would like to start questioning his captive.
Okay.
And I'm gonna, roll them
Dwarf.
up. Yeah, I'm gonna roll them over so they're facing up, and then just like step on their chest, and do the same thing, like the lightning, and just ask if they have anything they want to add.
She is like... She's under this suggestion spell, so she has to stay prone, but she's still like foaming at the mouth because her brother's dead. All the people she came with pretty much are dead. And she just says, you'll see exactly what's going to happen. We're going to take over this whole place. We got it covered. Right, Graft? And Graft is just slammed up at this point.
Yeah, and with that, Olaxon just kind of mutters to this dwarf, "You don't deserve this." But, and then he shoots his lightning and finishes it.
She's gone.
Lucy, do you have a knife or a dagger on you?
You're muted.
You're muted, honey.
Sorry, I was trying to be quiet. I have a sickle and some poison. Do you want them? I can.
I'll take the sickle if you don't mind, just for a moment.
I hand it over.
And Vic crouches down in front of Graftica and says, "I appreciate what you told us, Lassie. But what was the first thing I said to you?"
She just kind of like narrows her eyes at you.
"I don't suffer traitors." And then he just executes her and kicks the body down. And then hands the sickle back
She's
to...
gone too.
Yeah, and then hands the sickle back to Lucy with a nod and then goes towards the house.
Alright. At this point, I think Chestnut and Sploth together will have gotten the fire out. So
I hope so.
there's
Mostly
a nice
so.
big old burned hole in the side, but you know, maybe not a hole. It wasn't big enough long enough to create a hole, but it's burned. It'll need fixing. What would you like to do?
I mean, I think Alaxon's going to go check on Claude and ask him about what the hell happened, like what all this was.
Wisteria's gonna now sneak away
Where?
to find their criminal contact.
Okay.
They got distracted and now they're gonna go back to do what they were doing.
Okay.
I go and I scuttle away. Scuttle, shifty scuttle. Can I shapeshift again today? Let me double check.
Sure.
Yeah,
I think
it doesn't say that there's a limit on how many times I can do it. Now
I
I'm
think
going
as long
to,
as you use an action, you can
yeah,
just.
I'm gonna now become what do I want to become? I'm gonna become what are common here on where we are right now in this city?
Lots of humans, half elves.
Be a human. I'm gonna be small, a small human, but not a halfling or a dwarf, just a small human. And I'm gonna
Okay.
scuttle away. I'm gonna change my cloak so that it's like a dark blue, because I can
Okay.
change my clothes too, because that might let us have a special item. Then I'm gonna scuttle.
Okay.
You didn't see
Everybody else
anything.
doing?
Wondering why there's a human scuttling around.
Should I roll stealth to scuttle away?
Sure.
I have left 4 pairs of manacles with y'all. Currently, I rolled a 2. Plus 5, so a 7.
I think that's lower than everybody's passive perception, so
I
you
can
all
transform
see.
and kind of just like walking away.
The rings are shining very bright, and
Yeah, my passive is
Wisteria
pretty,
just happens.
but that still works.
I think Alaxon, as you go to talk to Claude, he really has no idea. He knows these people were trying to buy his land. When he said no, you all were the ones that figured out that they were gonna try to take it, basically.
Right.
So he doesn't really know who these people are, even. Like a week or 2 ago when they tried to buy it from him, it was the first time he ever met any of them. And he does say, like, it was the high elf and Graft that came and tried to buy it.
Well, they'll likely be back, so would recommend you be prepared. I'm sure we won't be here every single time.
Yeah, I know. I'll try to start getting fences reinforced, I guess.
You need to do more than that, Chief. You need to maybe train the hands as well. Have a basic militia while we're gone. Because otherwise...
This won't be here when we come back if you do not.
Yeah. All right. I'll do it.
You must protect yourself, Claude. It's important.
He's got a decent number of people in the town work for him, and they're all pretty strong because they farm all day. So he's pretty confident they could train them up to be at least like an equal force against these little fellows.
Swords, sorry, plowshares to swords.
Yeah. I was gonna say there are plenty of weapons here that you could pass out to the townsfolk.
Do the mage or graft have anything fancy on them as because they were more powerful / named?
Yeah. Well, I did actually name everybody, but you just didn't get a chance to really learn their names because they were attacking you. I'm so sorry. Oh, and I will say the one that looked, let me start with this. The one that looked like a human, that was headed toward the inn. That person, when they were killed, reverts to a familiar physiology to Wisteria.
I found another changeling and we killed them?
Yep.
Fuck.
Yeah, and then you said Graft and the elf whose name is Ancendaril Calastrial.
His name is he's dead now.
His name is he's dead. Yeah, so Are you going through everybody's stuff or just those two?
I mean, we can go through everybody's stuff for things to
Tonka
hand
facts.
out.
I don't think Wisteria would leave then. If there was a changeling there, they want to search the body first.
Okay. Let's see.
So Wisteria
Oh.
beelines for it.
If you're
Or-
specifically searching the changeling, they have a scimitar.
Yeah.
A paper with your physical descriptions of your whole group. 10 gold pieces, 5 silver pieces, and 14 copper pieces.
Hey, Emily, will you be putting these in our chat?
Yes, I will.
Thank you. I have small brain.
The dwarves, the dwarf siblings had a bunch of coin between them. The woman also had a paper with your physical descriptions, and she had a scimitar. Her brother had a light crossbow. The Asmar woman had a spear, a paper with your physical descriptions, and some money. And the half-elf who was headed toward Claude's house has a scimitar, 2 daggers, a paper with a description of Claude, and some money. And then Graft has a war pick, 2 hand axes, a javelin, a set of chainmail, a set of playing cards,
Damn.
a length of rope, an ornate silver and crystal amulet worth about 50 gold pieces, and then 10 gold pieces and 3 silver pieces.
Damn, that's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Does Graft have anything from her past life, shall we say?
The cards look very familiar. Any downtime any of you ever had, that was the set of playing cards that Graft busted out.
Vic's gonna palm those.
And then the elf and Senderil Calastriel. This is the one you're gonna want. They had a light crossbow with 26 bolts, 2 daggers, a large ornate silver and crystal amulet worth 150 gold pieces,
Damn.
a tinderbox,
Let's go.
a torn, crumpled page from a very old book with a notation on the top in Sylvan, and handwritten notes on each section of the page. A solid platinum canine tooth in their mouth worth 25 gold pieces, and a bunch of money. And does anyone else read Sylvan?
Nope.
Nope.
Let me see.
Just Elvish.
Where do I see? What is that under? Help. Where do I see that?
On the character
Bottom
sheet,
left.
it would be on the
Oh, I
left.
speak Sylvan.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay,
Because I'm a fairy creature, technically.
that's true. There would be, let me see if I can find the right page for this. Hold on. Here we go. Okay. At the top of the page, are you reading this to yourself?
Yes, I'm reading it to myself first before I decide if I want to translate it.
Okay. There's a long kind of title. I will say everyone would recognize the name Quynnis in the title. There is a number written as part of this, and Lucretia, you would also recognize the name of the town Gevre. And then it looks kind of like a poem. And Wisteria, you would know the title says The 14th Prophecy of Quynnis, taken down in the year 2172 by Seer Sansiel in Gevre.
Does this ring any bells for me?
Nope.
Okay, seeing as this doesn't ring any bells to me, I just translate it directly. And I go,
Okay.
so do any of you know what this means? Because it's kind of bumming me out.
Would I have any insight into
Could roll religion or history checks. Anyone could.
What year
I,
is it?
I think I knew Seer Essentiel.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you also are
He
somewhat
would have died
familiar with this
in my
prophecy.
childhood.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhat or a lot.
You thought you were a lot familiar, but this is way longer than
Hmm.
any portion you've ever heard. What's written on the
Okay.
page is very long.
I've heard of this before, Wisteria, but I think you should read it because I've never seen this version before, ever.
Also, the
It's
current
so long.
year, is 2729.
So that's like 700 years ago.
Yeah, it's like 600 years ago, something like that.
that?
Seer Sanciel was very old, by the way.
I got a
Mm.
15 on
Nice
my
math, Maggie.
religion.
You know, I would say with a 15 religion, you are not necessarily familiar with this particular thing, but you do know that there are several prophecies of Quynnis that were handed down over many thousand years, kind of parsed out to different, that like you would know that there were records maybe even from your lifetime you would be familiar with. And it's just something that's particularly tied to this deity of nature. They also seem. Quynnis is sometimes known for being a little bit tricksy. They are the deity of growth and nature, but they're also the deity of decay and rot. And they're very interested in contradictions. So they provide the occasional prophecy maybe on a whim. But yeah, they're you would know that things like this exist. There's
Sure.
maybe 20 or 21 prophecies of Quynnis total, and this is seemingly the 14th.
Interesting.
And I can read it if you would like, but only if Wisteria starts to read it out loud.
Okay. I would read it out loud, but before I do, I'd be like, this is like their Final Fantasy 14. Look at the number.
Oh yeah. Mm.
It's like a
Okay.
prophecy or something, and then I start reading it unless you're gonna make me read it in Wisteria.
No, I will not make you read it.
Verbatim, the whole thing.
This is what it says. On the page, there are 2 columns of text written out in kind of a flowery script in kind of the form of a poem. And it starts.
Wisteria points to Chestnut and goes, start playing. So it's like
So there's music in the
yeah, so there's ambiance.
Amazing.
Absolutely. I would love to do that for you.
Spoken word over music. Ain't nothing bad about that.
Yeah, I think the pan flute is appropriate here.
There you go.
Soft toot toots, you know?
Soft toot toots from Splat farting after having that traumatic experience.
Oh.
Well.
And you see what is written here, which says, cities rise, towers fall, wretches few liberate all. One in life a blooming flower, rising in their eloquent power. Child, indeed, you need no mask, you only need fulfill your task. Take your words and twist them tight, that is where you find your might. Strangle, sleep, and silence them, Queen of Death will then condemn. And next to that stanza, it says, pale white skin, white hair, changeling, question mark? The next stanza says, one was once a faithful soldier, highly placed and rubbing shoulders, fled away to realms of peace to find a way to be released from memories of pain and strife to lands of Quynnis filled with life. Bow and whip will be required before this soul can then retire. And next to that one, it just says Vic. The next stanza says, one was brave and then was lost, centuries of darkness cost, former friends forever behind as memories fond flee their mind. Now return to live again as God's attempt to make amends, a gift or yet perhaps a curse, to save this land from the perverse. And this one says, Dragonborn, Brass. Is it Brass? Is that right? Is that the lightning one?
Sure.
Brass Dragonborn, Flint Armor. The fourth stanza says, one with power to entice, resistant to the lure of vice, crafter of both song and story, follow now to calls of glory. Laughter now will turn to spite, and villains will regret this fight. Then rise again to shining fame, so all may wish to know your name. And next to that one it says, colorful hair.
Who could that be, I wonder?
Who could that be?
Could be any of us, really. I mean,
The last one, as Wisteria is reading it, Lucrezia, it sounds familiar to you, but it's also longer than you're familiar with. The first part says, one in life and loss entrenched, a fervor that cannot be quenched, with power to keep hope alive, blessed of Quynnis, go and thrive. Wretched yet with wretches stay, keep the shining dark away. Even though you fight and bleed, in this great quest, you will succeed. And next to it, it says, tiefling, wings. And then at the very last thing it says is the same thing it says at the beginning. Cities rise, towers fall, wretches few, liberate all.
are we the ones that need liberating, or what's going on here?
Oh my god, we're the chosen ones.
No, that ain't me.
Wisteria, that makes so much sense. Yes, of course.
They've got me
Finally.
mixed up with someone else. No, that ain't me. Nah.
Are you sure? Cause like they specifically wrote your name, and like the rest of us, we don't have our names written down. So you're like the most sure chosen one.
They
got
could.
a point.
Yes.
They're wrong. They're fucking wrong. It ain't. I've always been a fucking farmer and such. That ain't me.
You do not know your future, Bhenkar.
To see if Nick's lying.
You could do deception or persuasion and don't say which. And Wisteria could do an insight check.
I got a 7 total.
11.
Wisteria's so chuffed about being a chosen
11.
one. Oh, okay, so I
Seems convincing.
Okay. Well, I guess that they were wrong about Vic, so does that mean that we're not the chosen ones then?
I think it could mean anything, Wisteria. I don't know about you, but I didn't really study verse back in school, so perhaps we need another opinion.
I mean, we're gonna need somebody who speaks Sylvan and also knows verse and also won't betray us. So, like, I don't know who you would want to ask.
That's a lot of things to ask. Maybe just a few of those requirements.
Okay, so, like, do you guys want to be the ones? Because, like, there's a dead changeling over here, and it could have been them. And if so, we're probably in deep shit because we killed a chosen one. I'm already in a moral panic, as you can tell. Wisteria's voice has not changed one bit, nor their demeanor this whole time.
It was flat.
Yeah.
I'll say everyone.
Wisteria,
Everyone make an insight check and go ahead.
Wisteria, I think that you're overreacting. I do not means what you means, for starters. And also, Who else here has the rainbow hair? No, there's just our bard. That is it. Nobody else. Look around. You'll see.
I
Do not
mean,
panic.
like, there's a bronze dragonborn. There's Vic, who was listed by name. You're a tiefling with wings. Chestnut has rainbow
Ouais.
hair, and I'm a changeling.
C'est exactement ça.
So, like, it seems pretty written out. There's even, like, what are those things? Adjective?
It is written out. It is written out there.
It's
Right
like,
there. You read it.
I
read
know.
it.
So, like, I don't know. Maybe I'm like, they're like annotations, though. I know what that word is because I went to college.
Wisteria, you strike me as the type that didn't really take notes in school.
Why would I need to take notes when I can produce all
Had
the
a
notes
beer
out of
under
my
the desk.
body? Like, G flat.
Vic is absolutely trying to keep up this facade that it's not him because that's stuff he doesn't talk about. And for this
Somebody else
scroll,
could have had a whip, you know? I mean,
yeah, exactly.
totally you, but I mean,
Wisteria probably has one in her purse.
Also,
Pocket whip.
it's talking about a bow. I don't use bows.
True. Yeah, I mean, that could be anybody,
What
but,
are we-
like, some of the other ones were pretty spot on, so...
Oui,
What
I
everybody else
agree.
get?
Olaxon didn't
what-
roll because he would be packing up to leave.
I rolled an
He's-
18.
He's dragging Sloth by the back of his cloak.
I think
What are we rolling
Insight.
again? Sorry.
insight.
Insight. Okay.
18.
Oh yeah, I got an 8.
13 in total.
Okay. As you're all talking about this, I think we'll kind of leave off with this because it's getting late. Lucretia, you know that Quynnis is a little bit of a trickster, a little bit like they like to be mysterious. Their prophecies are vague, almost always, and
Yes.
sometimes they just exist to mess with people. Also, I think with that 18 insight check, Wisteria, you would get the idea that because the way that it's written, like the prophecy itself is very old, and the script of the prophecy is very old. The notations are written by somebody else in a different hand in common, and you would imagine that they're writing down that they think you all fit this prophecy. So whoever these people are of the unbroken glass, they think this is a prophecy about you, and they think you're a threat.
Especially Vic.
Well, and you get the
Yes.
idea that because Graft is familiar
I
with
mean-
Vic, they were the one that wrote Vic next to them.
Mm.
Sloth isn't a threat, apparently. He's not mentioned.
Nope.
He's not a threat. Yeah,
But there are like
Them
20
all.
other prophecies. You just never know.
Oh, shit.
There
The
could
other
be a
20
whole
What
page
could
for
be in one
Sloth.
of them?
The prophecy of
All
Sloth.
other 19 are about Sloth.
All of the others. are
The
about
frog
Sloth.
of Quynnis Fortune's prophecy fame.
I think we will leave off there and pick up with, I don't know, you deciding where to go, what to do next, how to follow up on the information.
Leaving.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to be part of it.
And I'll tell you how much money you got. You could split it all up.
1 billion gold.
And there's a bunch of weapons in there. You could sell the jewelry stuff too. So
But we could
That's
also
it.
wear the jewelry.
Sick.
that's true.
Yep.
That's it. Thank you for joining us for this evening. We'll be back in 2 weeks for session 3 of Bhenkar Brouhaha, aka Sploth's Great Adventure. Let's see. Again, don't forget to donate to the Trevor Project, especially before June is up. Don't forget to get your Pride merch. Alyssa has a great example on right now that says too gay to math. And check it all out on there. We'll work on a Save Our Sloth tee. I'm pretty sure it already exists
Daffy's
now.
done it.
Yeah.
Daffy,
Yep.
it's up.
Check out our Save Our Sloth t-shirt.
The merch goblins
I
are
have-
busy.
I have to get it.
Yeah.
And we'll be back in 2 weeks. Keep up to date with socials. Grab some Canadian dice on your way out, and have a lovely evening. Bye-bye.